Penumbra Overture was Frictional Games' first venture into commercial gaming. While delivering frights and adventure mixed with storytelling and lore, there are quite a few interesting things about Overture itself that many who've even played through the whole game might not know. Here are the top 10 facts about Penumbra Overture. Originally, Frictional Games envisioned an episodic series for Penumbra. This led to the subtitle, Episode 1, being displayed on the game's opening, and on other related materials surrounding the game's initial release. This also made it onto the physical release box of the game itself, as well as the introduction segment of the physical manual where it titles the game as Episode 1. This also made it into the digital manual. Though nowadays not known as Penumbra Overture Episode 1, sequels were indeed made to Penumbra Overture, yet without continuing the episodic intent of the first game. Some still refer to Penumbra Black Plague as Episode 2 and Penumbra Requiem as Episode 3, even if this is technically incorrect. The planned labels from this format survived long enough in people's minds to even have voice actor Mike Hillard refer to Requiem as Episode 3 in his alternate takes of lines.
That completes Chapter 10 of Episode 3. If there are any questions, please return to the person who recorded this, and he will be happy to record with other directions.
Overture actually had a demo showcasing the first few levels of the game before its release. Though it is hard to find these days, it does still exist if one looks hard enough. In this demo's files, the language file used to input all the text one sees in the game actually isn't specially made for the demo. It's the full language file for Overture, so even if players hadn't bought the full game, they could peek into this document and see every bit of lore and all the details about the physical world of the game, even if a majority of the game itself wasn't accessible. In the world of the demo itself, the game will abruptly end after an encounter with one of the dogs within a modified map from the main game, the dogs being a common enemy encountered in Penumbra Overture. All passages leading deeper into the mines, which are the main setting of the game normally, are all blocked off, and the dog races quickly towards you. While technically not doing any damage, the game is coded to end upon impact with this dog, and it is impossible to progress further even if one avoids it, as there are no further maps beyond this one. However, an additional surprise exists for those avoiding the dog long enough.
Can you hear me?
A custom bit of programming ensures this. Definitely a creative way to gather interest, even at the end. As the demo ends, and the game closes on the user's computer, a website will auto-load within the user's default browser, penumbra-overture.com. This website is no longer associated with the game itself, the domain occasionally changing hands for any number of hosts. Using a website like the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine reveals what the website was supposed to look like, thematically matching the game in aesthetic and appearance. As of now, the official page for the Penumbra series is on Frictional Games' own website, as well as its Steam page, which is the primary method of distribution for the series. Overture's iconic canine enemies that roam the halls and passageways, the dogs, aren't exactly the most stable entities both in and out of the game's universe. For one, the technical limitations of the time leave them with very low polygons to their actual models. But what's lesser known is that if you can kill the dogs with the hammer or pickaxe you're given through the game, there's a small chance the models will glitch upon the dog's death, leaving it running in place on the ground. This is very likely not intentional, but perhaps one can see it as reanimation. The dogs already look very zombified as is. As was common in a lot of early games developed by Thomas Grip and Frictional Games, there are unfortunately a few glaring typos within the text pieces of the game. This includes misspellings of words, entire phrases not included in subtitles, word replacements in those same subtitles, and a bit of broken English in a few spots.
Well, in fact, time is one of the few things we have in abundance down here. Most surprises are spoiled by such catty curiosity. The entryway is blocked. So what if the squashy material between my ears is squashier than most? I may not be perfect like a hanging picture, but my words are wise and backed up by time. A pox on both your brain cells. Try as I may, you must think that I deceive you with my admittingly cunning ways. As far as my eye has seen, our rocky grave extends, and yet you cast away my hope like you would a puppy freshly rolled in its own feces. I hope that your warped sense of morality is better company than I, because now it is all you have left.
Something that many players had overlooked in the moments of a particular type of enemy's appearance is that the spiders, another common enemy found in the mines, are scared of the player's flashlight. In all of the areas where you're dodging the arachnids in cramped tunnels, a small advantage can be given if the player shines their light directly at the beasts. If this is used in combination with fast thinking, they might just have a better chance of getting out alive, even bitten and battered in the process. An interesting detail about some of the notes can be seen early on in the game. In the confines of an old office, the player can find a really old edition of the Copenhagen Post. The inconsistencies reveal themselves in two ways. One, the date listed is Monday, August 17th, 1930. The 17th of August in 1930 was actually a Sunday, not a Monday. The note also hypothesized that lysergic acid deposits found in rocks was the cause of high suicide rates. This is technically impossible, as lysergic acid is found within fungi, not rocks. Similarly, another newspaper extract, much later in the game, KNR, of the 1st of January in 1974, was stated as being written on a Thursday, when this date actually falls on a Tuesday. Overture had a physical release box which contained something that could be seen as lost media to everyone who only purchased the game digitally. The full letter Howard sent to his son, the letter that triggered the events of the game itself, is printed on the box, also containing details like the exact day the game started from, and Philip's address.
Dear Philip, you and I have never met, and we never shall. But there's something I must ask of you. Your mother will have told you that your father left before you were born, and that she has not heard from him since. But now you must know the truth. I have been watching you, Philip, taking care of you from afar. You have made me truly proud, and I know you will accomplish what must be done. There's a bank in Mayfair. Held within the upper vault is a box, the contents of which you must destroy. Do not examine them. Do not attempt to find me. By the time you read this, I will already be dead. Your father, Howard.
After finishing the game, by means of being knocked out by a very ominous figure at the end of a hallway, the game announces that events are to be continued, and the credits roll. What's interesting about this is that the music playing during the credits is actually the main theme for the game's unofficial precursor, the Penumbra tech demo. Further analysis reveals that much of Overture's gameplay, plot, and atmospheres were adapted from this tech demo, and with the success of the tech demo being what led to Frictional Games making Overture, it seems fitting tribute to that first work to have the main theme playing, as the hype for Overture's sequel is already racing through players' heads. That'll close this case on the top 10 facts about Penumbra Overture. If you enjoyed this kind of content and want to see more, please consider subscribing, and share this video with your friends. Thanks to all you horror fans for watching. I am the Midnight Researcher, and I will see you all around.